You are walking down a street in Los Angeles. Neon lights flicker, horns honk, and amidst the chaos of America life, you hear it. Oh yeah, ¿me puedes ayudar con esto? And just for a moment, time stops. Everyone else fades into a blur. Only one thing remains crystal clear. You can't understand a word. And in that second, you're not in control. Because in the United States, the real second language is not French, is not Chinese, is not even English sometimes. It's Spanish. And if you are not learning it, you are slowly becoming irrelevant. Welcome to the Vortex of Truth. My name is Kalimbe. Today I'm about to dissect a cultural illusion and show you exact why not learning Spanish in the US is the intellectual equivalent of still thinking Pluto is a planet. Brace yourself, because the question is not why learning Spanish in the US. It's why haven't you yet? We have been told English is enough. Enough to get a job, enough to thrive, enough to understand the world. But let's break that open. The United States is the second largest Spanish-speaking country in Earth. Yes, you heard me. Not Mexico, not Spain, not Argentina, the United States. Or 42 million native Spanish speakers, another 15 million bilingual speakers. That's more people than the entire population of Canada. Twice. And here is the kicker. These numbers are growing rapidly. So let me ask you this. If you are walking into a feature that speaks in Spanish, why are you still monolingual? Let's rewind the tape. You think Spanish in the US is new. You think it's immigration? You think it's a modern trend? Wrong! The Spanish language was here before English, before the Constitution, before the Boston Tea Party, before the George Washington even lifted a sword. Florida, Spanish, California, Spanish, Texas, Spanish explorers tapped on these lands in the early 1500s. That means your Starbucks latte is brewed on land named by Spanish tongue centuries ago. And yet, somehow, we have bought a narrative that Spanish is a foreign language. On my friend, you are foreign to the truth. Let's talk power, not poverty, not culture. Let's get down to the business. Do you want a better job? Want to earn more? Want to be irreplaceable in your company? Spanish is a cheat code. Bilingual employees earn up to 20% more. Entire industries are built on Spanish-speaking consumers. Healthcare, law, consumer service, education, marketing. You think you are too smart to learn Spanish? I say you are too smart not to, because here's the inconvenient truth. In a room full of equally qualified candidates, the one who speaks Spanish wins, period. Let me rewire your brain for a moment. Every time you learn a new language, your brain grows literally. Neural density increases, memory improves, creativity expands. And in the case of Spanish, you are not just learning words, you are tapping into a worldview. See, Spanish is a language of rhythm, of duality, of subtext, where manana can mean tomorrow, or some vague time in the future that may never arrive. It forces you to think differently, to be flexible, to anticipate nuance, to feel a sentence instead of just saying it. You are not just learning verbs. You are learning how to feel the world through a different lens. And here's where it gets scary. People who speak multiple languages actually delay cognitive decline, less Alzheimer's, less dementia, longer mental youth. You still think Spanish is optional. Your brain doesn't. Now let's go deeper. Past logic into the heart. When you speak Spanish, you are not just speaking to people. You are acknowledging their existence. You are saying, I see you, I hear you. In a world cracking under cultural devices, language is the bridge. Spanish isn't just communication, it's empathy. You want less racism, less division, more understanding? Learn their language. Because you can't fear what you understand. You can't hate what you connect with. Speaking Spanish in the US isn't political. It's human. Now, I hear your excuses, but Kilain, I don't have time. I'm too old. It's too hard. Let me crush those myths. Time. Average American spends 2 hours a day on social media. That's 730 hours a year. You could be conversational in 1 hour, 3 of that. Age. The human brain never stops adapting. Neuroplasticity is not youth-only feature. That's science. Difficulty. Spanish is a category I language, one of the easiest for English speakers to learn. If you can order food, you can learn a language. If you can binge watch on Netflix, you can learn Spanish. You don't like time. You like priority. You call yourself American, but what does that mean? A flag? A passport? America is a continent, not a country. And it's filled with Spanish. From Patagonia to Puerto Rico, Spanish is America. So, if you think you are being more American by refusing to speak Spanish, you are paradoxical. Let's talk prediction. The World Economic Forum, Pew Research, and even US Census trends all agree. By 2050, the US will be the largest Spanish-speaking country on Earth. Let that sink in. Your kids, they won't be asking if they should learn Spanish. They'll be speaking why you didn't. Companies will demand it. Relationships will expect it. Culture will move with it. And those who speak only one language, they'll become the modern-day illiterate. Let me leave you with this. What are you so afraid of? Is it failure? Judgment? Sounding stupid? Because the truth is, the real stupidity is staying silent in a language dragged to the world. You live in a country soaked in Spanish. Your neighbors, your co-workers, your clients, your lovers all may speak it. And if you don't, you're not just missing out on words, you're missing out of life. So I ask you, are you going to let fear dictate your evolution? Or will you finally speak up? Learn Spanish not because it's trendy, not because it's convenient, but because it's inevitable. Because knowledge is power, language is freedom, and silence is extinction. This is Kelaimbe, and you have just seen the future. Will you understand it? Or will you need subtitles? If this video rewires your brain, subscribe, comment. Esto listo! If you're ready to begin. And share this with someone who's still trapped in the monolingual matrix. See you next time in English or Spanish. Hasta luego, mis amigos.